So why is this webinar over here is because I get it that you guys get really overwhelmed by this entire syllabus. It's too much to handle, and also when you're sitting at home, it just feels like entire world is running and we are just stuck at a place. I get that point, and also you're in FOMO of so many platforms, so many resources. So it's just an attempt from my side to get you guys from entire confusion to clarity. So I'll just start with all the questions that you have. So the first one that everybody asked was about the first read. So first of all, ideal time for this read has to be like 3 months. Like in case you're starting from Jan, perfect timing would be that you finish it by March end or at least till April first week. So that is where you'll get 2 months for revision if we are targeting 15th June NEET PG. And sources has to be, each to its own because I can suggest you the source I did, but you need to have your own, preferences like whatever teacher suits you best. And also one thing I would like to add is that for some people they understand better in English. For some people they understand better in Hindi. It's just the way how they think. So I would also suggest to make this a change in case you are listening in English and it's not working for you. Try switching to the English version. It will make much more sense to people who think in Hindi or in whatever native language they think from that. For people who do not think in English, it becomes really difficult to grasp entire concepts in English. So that's a suggestion from my side. And duration I've already talked about. And weak subjects, you need to refer to the main notes for your weak subjects. There is no other way out that you'll able to handle those. Then revision. So first thing is that there's a misconception that like if we'll have like the read for 3 months, then after the end of 3 months, I'll have to revise my subjects. Before that, I'll not touch all the 19 subjects again. It's not that way. You have to be in touch with all the 19 subjects. So you need to keep on revising in between as well. So for example, you're doing surgery and the next subject that you're going to be doing is OBG. So when you're doing OBG, you need to revise surgery along with it. And how you do that is like you have to spare around 2 hours each day for that. And those 2 hours, obviously, for that entire topic or entire chapter also, you'll not be able to revise completely because you've done surgery in a week and now I'm giving you just 2 hours to do that. So what you have to do is like there is a list of PYT topics by next door resident ma'am that I've shared in my group a number of times. You need to open that. Now whenever you do your work, you need to mark those PYTs in your notes itself so that when you have to revise, you actually know that these are the topics that are being tested and I need to just open those topics, revise them quickly. That's the way you do it because you'll not be able to revise the entire subject. But PYTs is what I want you to revise day by day. So that's how you revise it, and this is how multiple revisions you can do in a single cycle. That's what I tell everybody, whomsoever I mentor, that you have to do multiple revisions in a single cycle. That's what I've done, and that is the best way. Whatever subjects you feel like you're making a lot of recall errors, when you will do multiple revisions in one cycle, it will help you. Now coming to choti copy, I haven't made one anytime. What I used to do was I used to make like pages for last 10 days. Though that was the thing I used to do, like from my notes or from anything that I've done, the things that I used to forget a lot, I used to write them down on pages and I used to revise them in the last 10 days. So I have not done choti copy thing, but what I would suggest is if you want to make one, whenever you do active recall, you pause the video and before ma'am speaks, try to speak yourself. So when you will speak, you will know what are the things that are missing. All that things that you miss are going to be there in your shorty copy because those are things that you do not remember and are important and need to be remembered. So this way you can make your choti copy, and revision with the help of TND is a very good option. Like you'll have 1 week for that entire subject and then you have to prepare for TND. You'll get new points. You'll also get tested on the points you've already read. So TND is a very good option. Would suggest you to make a separate TND notebook where you write down your mistakes you have done, whatever new points ma'am will tell, you have to write down. So that way, that will also be sort of a choti copy for you that you can revise time to time. Now, GTs, I know everybody has a lot of fear in their mind while giving a GT. But what I would suggest is that you have to give GTs. Frequency has to be like I would say twice in a month within a gap of 15 days. If you want to do it weekly, that's up to you. But weekly is to be done when you are like thorough with your first read and everything. Before that, 15 days में एक बारी is good enough. Now, if your score is stuck, so there is this three-column strategy by Dr. Deepti that you have to make three columns. You have to segregate your mistakes into three columns. Like, are there recall errors? Are there interpretation errors? Or are there silly mistakes? So in case you are having silly mistakes, the thing is that you need to read the question properly and read all the options properly. Generally, whenever it's a silly mistake, we very we see the first option, we mark it. We don't try to read all the four options, and that leads to a silly mistake. So even if you know the answer, like you're very very sure that you know the answer, you still need to read all the four options. Then about your interpretation errors, you need to solve more questions. And for the recall errors, you need to do more revisions. And I hope I have made myself very, very clear about how you can do revision. Now, whenever you give a GT, please try to give it on a laptop. It will help you to mimic the real exam. So if you will give it on the laptop, you will get that feel because I'll tell you one thing. Whenever you give it on iPad, please don't give on phone. That's first thing. Even if you give it on iPad, the thing is you'll get the entire question on the same screen. But when you do it on laptop, you have to scroll up, you have to scroll down, just like you do in the main exam, and that actually wastes your time. So that's why I'll prefer laptop. So that's how you and whenever you approach your GT, just don't say that it's just a GT. Actually, it's just a GT, but if you'll take it like it's your main exam, then you'll be a little more serious while giving that, and also you'll be very very careful about your mistakes. So though you have nothing to lose in that GT, but still I would ask you to mimic like it's the real exam. Analysis, how to review. First of all, try to do it on the same day itself. Not a person who will say that do it over a week because then you forget it. So try to do it on the same day itself. And in the review part, you have to bookmark the questions that you need to see again. And also, whatever things you feel like that these needs to be a part of my notes, just add them then and there and finish it off. So that way you'll be done with the entire GT and also you'll get new points and they'll be part of your notes as well. Right time to start GT would be that you can do it after your first read is done because before that I feel like you actually are not aware of a lot many things and you're not able to make the best use of the GT. So when it's over a time span of like 3 months you've done your first read and then you come over here, you know almost all the topics. At least you know that this is from this topic and I don't remember or it's my error at the interpretation end, but better would be after 3 months when your first read is done. How many to write in a month? I've addressed that question, right? Then this thing BTR, RR, BTR, Q Bank, BTR, RR, main videos. B- First of all, why we are doing BTR? Let me be very clear. BTR we are doing is for the last 1 month because in the last 1 month we're completely puzzled as to what we want to do. So we are doing BTR so that that puzzle is over. We have all the PYTs given to us in one place, very beautifully framed, so we don't have to worry about that. So that's why we are doing BTR. Now RR. RR we are doing so that we have our main bulky notes. We want to concise those notes. So best way would be that you do it with the help of RR because that covers all the topics that have been asked in the past and that could be asked in the future in good amount of detail that needs to be needed, that need to be read by you. So RR we're doing for that. QBank you don't have to solve completely. You can solve it for your weaker topics or the topics that are frequently asked. But a better way would be to do it by custom modules, not saying you to do the entire QBank. Doesn't make sense. When are you going to revise that entire QBank even if you do it? And until unless you don't revise a thing, it's not counted. Then main videos. See, the simple thing is that everybody is confused. BTR, RR, main videos, where and how we should go. So I'll just give you in simple line that if you are strong in that subject, do RR. If you're weak in that subject, do main videos. Now that you have to decide that you are strong or you are weak. Nobody can do that for you. If you think that you're strong in that subject, you don't have to waste time in doing main videos, right? You already have the concepts either through textbooks or you have done your main video sometime in the past. So just switch to R. If you feel like that your concepts are not that good and this is going to be this particular subject or thing has it's going to be a very hard nut to crack for you, then better go for main videos. As simple as that. And somebody who's asked me that should I do BTR plus QBank? I guess either you're very well read with your notes, then so this can work for you. But in case you're not in that category, then BTR plus QBank, like how many questions can you solve each day and how much you can learn from the questions? You can once you're done with the theory and you're just like saturated from the theory. But until then, it will be just like you're doing questions, you are just mugging those questions, and questions are not repeated, it's the topics which are repeated. So I hope you are clear on this. Then how to study with internship? See, with internship, it's like I'll categorize into two, three things. Like if you are having like really hectic duties, like 12 hours a day, I get it, you cannot do it. Don't even try to at that time. It's not with every department. In some departments, like the majors, it will be like 12 hours per day. Then you cannot do it. It's fine. But when you get like 6 hours duty, at that time you definitely have 6 to 8 hours in a day to give to your study. At that time, I would like you to focus on the things that either no, not something that you are mediocre, like you know it, but you have to put in some effort. Those things can be done when you have 6 to 8 hours, right? But when you have like completely chill duties like PSM duties, you can go for the subjects that you're weak at or the major subjects like medicine, surgery that require a lot of time. So you see that how much time you get in a day. If you're doing like 12 hours per day, you don't have time. You don't even have to push yourself. If you are getting 6 to 8 hours per day, then do subjects that you either okay, like medium, or they're easy for you. Complete those in those duties, and when you get like a lot of time, like PSM duty extends to like 2 3 months, and those 2 3 months you give it to your majors or your weaker subjects. You will do that. So this is how you can plan with your internship. And one thing is that if say you are starting today and you want to you've not done anything and today you're saying that I want to give the June attempt and I am an intern, what I would suggest you is go for BTR plus RR. That will be good combination for you. Even if give your full effort whatever you can. Even if the end of internship, if you don't have a rank, you'll know your mistakes, and then if you'll sit for another exam, you'll be very well clear that where do I go wrong and what I need to improve. Otherwise it happens that when you're not read anything in internship, then when you sit at home it becomes a little more difficult because then you're very clueless that where do I start from exactly. But if with even if you've read like 2 months in your internship and you've given some attempt, you're very well aware of that where you need to put your hard work on because now you have read something. So I would just say even if today you're not late, give your full efforts. You might get a rank. If not, you'll get something very good that help you further on. Now, do I need to solve more questions or do more videos? Depends upon the subject. If you're very well thorough with the subject, solve more questions. If you feel like your concepts are not good, watch more videos. Then schedule of the day. So your day should be scheduled in such a way that you are making time for revision as well, you are making time for doing questions as well, and you have time for seeing videos, you have time for doing your notes. So it has to be like that way. Now you can revise either in the morning or end of the day, whatever suits you. And questions can be done again either in the morning or end of the day. That also has to be the personal choice because somebody who feels like the questions are so important for me, then you do it in the morning. If you feel like okay, I want to do questions when I'm like done with my theory, I'm just exhausted from the theory, then you can do it at the end of the day. Then coming to revision, I've already talked about, and then videos. Videos again, like if you feel like I'm just passively watching videos, like it's I know all the concepts, I'm just watching it, then you can do it at the end of the day. But if you feel like I'm making concepts from that video, then do it in the starting. So you will have to figure that out for yourself. Now coming to how to be consistent. Consistent means that you're showing up each day. So for example, today you're able to study 12 hours. It doesn't mean that tomorrow again you'll be able to study 12 hours. It could be 6 hours, 8 hours. But you need to show up that day as well, and do whatever you can to your best ability, but it's about doing it every day, same things, you have to do it. Now, memorize, recall, and content. So, thing is that if you have concepts, you have very little to memorize. You have to memorize only the facts. You have to memorize not everything, just the facts, the numerical values, some things, which there's no concept, but it is what it is. So you'll just have to memorize that. But when your concepts are not there, you'll feel like I'm mugging up everything. So now you see which category do you fall into. And I would just say that, please, the entire game of this MCQ exam is that you need to have concepts. So when you'll have concepts, no matter what question they'll give you, you'll find some way, and you'll have that confidence also that okay, if a new question will come, I have my concepts, I'll figure out some way from those four options, I'll rule out, I'll get to the answer. So chase concepts, just don't chase RR with main videos or BTR. You'll have to focus. Only thing has to be get your concepts right. Get it anyhow. Doesn't matter. Now, how to study medicine. I love to talk about it because I love studying medicine. So, firstly, I know somebody who has not done medicine like complete notes any time in the past, they're going to struggle with it. But what I think would be a good balance would be that you do the RR, you will have to do it. You do BTR and then also do DVT. DVT, I'm saying because it has no management part that is tested a lot in medicine, has been explained very beautiful in DVT. They'll give you the entire management thing, like how it is asked in the exam. Like if it is a hypertensive patient, his BP is this, either he's having comorbidity or not. Like that way, they'll give you that if he's having, then what drug you need to give. If he's not having, what drug he needs to give. So that way, you'll able to go about the management part. That's tested and that's tricky also, where you lose marks. So that has been covered very well in DBT. So combination of these three will, I guess, do good for everyone. And now the question that you just cleared FMG and how you need to prepare for NEET 26. I guess FMG is now at par with NEET PG. When you prepare for FMG, you are in fact more than 50% prepared for NEET PG. So I would just say that do not lose that momentum that you have while preparing for FMG exam, because many times it happens that now you've cleared the exam, you are like okay, you take a step back, that fine, let me just chill, and then in that time a lot of months go. You can take rest, you should take rest. It should be like 1 month, 2 months. It has to be planned. Then you get back to the momentum, and then you figure out that these are the topics that NEET asks specifically that I haven't read for FMG, but NEET asks or INICT asks. So if anything like that is there, you need to make a list of that. That this is something I've already done for FMG, but these are topics that NEET and INI ask I haven't done. I need to see the videos and make notes for that, and then rest I've done for FMG, and then I need to do questions, give GTs, and I'm sorted. So very easily with the internship that you'll do, you'll able to crack your exam because you are like more than 50% prepared when you've done FMG. And also, everybody asked for INICT as well. See, INICT and NEET, only little difference is there, apart from the timing. And INICT will focus on the depth, and they have this specific set of topics that they're going to ask every year. It's just they will ask a more deeper question every time. So you need to be very thorough with what they ask. And secondly, there are some topics that NEET doesn't ask, but INICT asks. Make a list of those. You already have that list, like PYT list. So you need to focus on that. That if that is not covered in your RR or BTR or wherever you're reading from, just do a little extra effort and get a note from somewhere so that you have it at one place, and then you can read those topics, because there's some topics like I'll talk about altitude physiology. That is something that INICT asks, NEET doesn't ask. Molecular biology, again same thing, it's with INICT, NEET doesn't ask. So topics like these you need to just figure out, make a separate notes out of them so that you have it them one place. It's just extra effort that you'll have to take for INICT. Rest all the notes that you're doing for NEET will work for INICT as well. So that's pretty much from my side. And also I want to address why is this community thing. Because I know you guys definitely ask me questions in the Telegram group. But within a week I'll join my residency and I will not be able to answer all of that. So if you will join the community, I'll definitely answer you guys from there, whatever questions you'll ask. Also, you will get a safe space where you know that everybody, your peers are studying. So that self-doubt, that FOMO and everything will reduce a bit. Also, it's affordable, just 100 rupees per month, and you can have it till NEET PG. So in that group, I know all the groups which are there on Telegram. A lot of people, they keep on putting some extra stuff in that. They keep selling or buying apps. So it will be very good if we'll get one group where everybody is studying. We can ask our doubts, or we can ask for advice, strategy, everything at one place. So it's a good option. Also, whenever you will give a GT and you want to know that how do I improve in my GT, I can guide you specifically as well if you'll share your scores and everything. Then coming to custom modules, we can have that in a group that daily somebody, like every day, different people can share the custom modules. So that way it will be a habit that everybody is solving a minimum of 50 or 100 questions every day. Then you'll get the advice, you'll get the strategy, and even timetable depending on like one timetable I've already made till March. After that, like 1 month, 2 month revision plan, we can, figure out that also. And also monthly question answer session, we can have that. That we can have it monthly. If I'll get time, I might have twice in a month, but monthly is what I can guarantee you guys at this point of time. So that's pretty much from my side. Now you can ask if anything else you want to ask.
Yes. Harsh, you have raised your hand if you want to start asking your question, or anybody, if they have any question which we haven't covered till now, feel free to either drop it in the chat box or unmute yourself and speak. Okay. I think we are pretty much covered because we are not receiving any questions.
There was one more thing that you guys have asked, like from 90,000 can we improve or something. So yes, very likely that from whatever rank you have, you can definitely improve if you have like good strategy and good hold on everything. Just you just need timetable, strategy, and a good resource. That you will definitely improve from any rank, and it doesn't have to matter what rank you have right now. You just need to put the efforts. That's all.
Yeah, and we have seen so many comeback stories. Like people have scored 80,000, 1.2 lakhs in last year, 23, and this year they have top 100 and like 1,000 and 2,000. So you can anytime this is possible to change. What you need is just a very focused and directional prep because everybody is studying from the same resources. Everybody is following that RR, BTR. Everything boils down to be very clear about where you are standing right now and how you have to improve from here. So be very honest and to figure it out that where you are going wrong and how to take a next step from here. And if you are not able to do that, just feel free to take the help because end of the day, what matters after 5 or 6 months is your rank. Doesn't matter that whether you have do it alone or somebody have helped you out. So just don't hesitate to ask for the help from whichever place you will get and just do a very smart preparation because strategy has a very big game to play for any competitive exams. Yes, Anuj, you are saying something. Sharmila, you too want to say something, please. Anuj, you are on mute if you are saying something. First, unmute yourself. How to combine RR with BTR is Anuj question.
How to combine RR with BTR? You don't have to combine them, you have to keep them separate first of all. You will have to do your RR because you want to, have broader concepts of everything. And BTR, we are doing it, it's a conciser version of your RR. So would suggest you to keep them separate, is my opinion. Because if you will try to add everything in the BTR notebook, it will become very huge. Its purpose will go. So I would suggest you to keep them separate. You very well can tick mark the question that you feel like okay, this is overlapping. You can definitely tick the overlapping questions or stuff in BTR or RR whatever, but you do not combine them. That's what I would suggest.
Shivam, you want to ask something and same for Anuj? I think they are on mute and they are not able to unmute themselves. Acha,
So
Shivam, I have a question. Should we add MCQ in the BTR or
add
separately?
PYQs to BTR, add PYQs explanation and PYQ stuff to the BTR, but do not add a lot many questions to that.
I want to do RR but feel RR will not be revisable at the end as per my senior. Is it true?
Yes, you will have to like figure out stuff from the ARA that you want to revise in the end, and that's why like I used to make pages. You guys also will have to make pages or something like that way, and that's why we're doing BTR because in last 1 month what we can revise is BTR, and that's its purpose. That's why I was asking not to combine both of the things. And from RR, you can take out points, you can take out pages, you can write down that okay, this is I have to revise or mark it in the RR, whatever suits you, and you just revise that. That could be done.
Okay, and should we also include MCQ or GT questions in the BTR? Because you have
I
all.
just told that do PYQ, do add PYQ. From GTs or MCQs, I won't say add much stuff. Just bookmark those MCQs so that you can revisit them again. You can add it to your notes. GTs and everything, explanation, whatever you feel like that this could be potentially asked, you can add that to your notes.
Okay. 5 months is enough if RR and BTR कर रहा है कोई candidate is the
Yes.
so yeah the 5 month is very good enough for you to
Yeah.
score. What
6 months are
matters.
good enough to crack any exam, no issues.
Yeah, Kapil, what you have to do right now, just write down a baseline mock and see that GT and see where you are standing right now and whichever other concepts which you are not very strong at. And then start from the way Radhika recommend all of her mentees is that start from a very difficult or challenging topics and try to finish it up right now in the beginning. Don't left it for the later period, like medicine and the other topics and the topics which you are weak at. Just pick that first, mastery over that, and then keep writing and improving and revising that. Radhika, you can just cover more on that.
Uh, question about what?
So, baseline GTP, how to keep this strategy of improving over the subject and the important subject for now, and then keep
Yeah,
just pick
like
the
I
important
already
topics
told
for now.
about, like you need to see either you're making a revision mistake, or is the issue with the question solving part, or is just like you're making silly mistakes. So silly mistakes are a point will reduce, as in how you will give GTs, they will reduce for sure, and you will make silly mistake in the main exam as well. It just depends how many you make. That will cost you your rank. And then second thing is about the if it's a revision error, then there's no issue. You have to revise. And interpretation, then you need to solve more questions. You know the concept, you know the stuff, but you do not know how to apply that. Give TNDs, do custom modules, do everything so that you are good in the application part as well of the stuff. And if you feel like that, you think that call is in view only mode, others don't have access to chat something.
Okay. Mm, who is that? I think, okay. Wait, I'll just fix that. You can answer the question. Yes, Henry, you can just either unmute yourself and ask a question, or you can just put it in the chat. Henry, try now to put your question in the chat box. And there is one thing for the people who are making silly mistake. Just be very watchful of the silly mistakes you are making. Is it because silly mistake also have a pattern and it shows that somewhere you are uh, being very anxious while writing the paper, and that is something also you have to fix because end of the day, concepts के साथ साथ your mindset also have to play a very important game. So if you are the person who are getting panicked or just being very anxious while writing the paper, start fixing that problem from now onwards. Whenever you are writing the question, start making that habit of rereading it and just don't like doubt your answers, but just rereading your questions properly, taking a deep breath, because that practice will help you and prepare you for the final day. Suddenly, that thing won't come into your habit if you are the person who just get panic or read every question fast and try to answer it. So be very serious about your silly mistakes. That will cost you your rank. How to approach with GT after given? How much time to give for analyzing? It's consuming. It's time consuming.
Analysis will take some time. Okay, analysis will take some time of your GT, because like for example, like if you've done your first read, you'll make a lot many mistakes also. Then the time it will take. But once you are like thorough and with each revision, with each time, next time you give GT, the time will reduce that you take for analysis because then you'll be well versed. And what I would suggest is that please don't start analyzing from the first question. Don't do that. See how many wrong questions you have. First, analyze those questions you have skipped or questions you have guessed. Use that guessed mark, in the marrow very well. Because when you will, you can just, if you are just guessing a question and you want to see if you've got it right or wrong and why did you get it right or wrong, can just go to that question. Now you need to use that feature of guessed question mark also of the wrong questions and questions you skip. Do not see the right questions explanation. You know that thing. If you'll do that way, then it will take many hours. If you'll just you do for your wrong questions and guessed questions and the skipped ones, then it you'll be done in like 3 hours. You'll be good enough. You'll be done with the entire GT.
Having time, should custom module only should be done or topic wise QBank should be done now?
Topic wise, it's just for the topics you feel like they're very difficult for you, or you feel like they asked repeatedly, so you want to just solve all the questions of that. Otherwise, custom modules is good.
GTs के आंसर्स का पूरा एक्सप्लेन पढ़ा जाए या फिर ओनली हाईलाइट पार्ट?
Read completely to understand why you got it wrong. If you like highlighted parts, it's actually the important thing from that. जिसमें से question आगे भी बन सकता है. But you'll read completely, you'll understand like where did you go wrong. Do that once you're done like thorough with your subjects. Till then you can do subject wise. Mixed bag would work when you like completely thorough, like when you are on the later part of your preparation. When you are in your first revision or even second revision, you'll need to do it like subject wise.
And everyone who is preparing for this, just it's okay to be like many of you have raised this question that you are just getting anxious or scared for this exam. It's okay. Every competitive exams comes with that, and everybody have been in your shoes and उन्होंने भी देखा है वो problem. Everybody have gone through that bad days. Scores improve नहीं हो रहे हैं, the self doubt thing, and it's okay. You just have to be
You have
take
to be
ev
patient enough.
yeah, approach your day well. Every day, just try to do whatever best you can do for that particular day, and just be a bit smart in making your timetable and sticking to it. Just see that how much, even if the timetable you are making, you are able to achieve 80% of that, just be proud of you and just keep approaching every day. Uh, give the best to your every day. Just don't think कि 2 महीने बाद क्या होगा, 1 महीने क्या बाद क्या होगा. Else you will be just worried, and time will keep losing. So there is one mouse question, and then we will close. We are does topic related repeated in NEET PG like INI from PYQs?
You can get like neat questions in INA questions in neat possible.
But NEET में भी पुराने questions repeat होते हैं क्या PYQs में से?
Number of questions repeated are less as compared to INCT, but they can be repeated, and if they're repeated, like you have to get them correct. You cannot lose marks on that.
So, Radhika's concepts getting repeated in NEET, मतलब किसी पुराने में similar concept पे पूछा होगा and that keeps on
Yeah,
repeating.
that is the thing that always gets repeated. Like we see in a PYT, like topics get repeated. So if they're asking once a question from a single topic, they will ask same topic again, but the question will be different, and so your concept will work. Concept usage of concept can be different, but again you need to have a broader view for that entire topic now because it has been asked once.
Okay, again someone have raised hands. Sarmila have some question. Sarmila, please feel free to drop it in the chat box. Okay. Having done a lot last year and still didn't get the desired result, it doesn't feel like to bring that energy back, and there is a constant question of what different to do this time. Being
I
that
just want
exhausted
to know
feeling.
that you are, dropping again because obviously you haven't got either desired result, desired branch, desired rank. So you have a very strong why because you want to improve. Like if your rank, whatever your rank is, and you want to improve from that rank to a certain rank, that's your why. Or to your dream branch, that's your why. Because if you know that why you're doing it, so you have a purpose, and when you have that, you're going to keep on working for that each day because then you are very self motivated because you want to do it. Because thing is like I'll motivate thing with motivation is I'll motivate you today, you'll do that for the next 5 days, and then again you'll come to the same question again. But when you are like self motivated, when you really get it that I want to do it no matter how much efforts I have to put by hook or by crook, then you don't need that external motivation anymore. You will do it on your own each day. So if you know that why you are dropping and that thing is clear to you that I need to improve from where I am today, then you have to put in the efforts. You can feel exhausted. I just feel like you take a break, from your last exam, just take a break. Then you sit back to study and you just keep in mind that this is my last attempt, has to be the good one. I have to do whatever it takes, and that's it. And you do it with that positive mindset. You do not take the negative things from the last experience. Take your learnings and then move ahead.
And one thing, Henry, which you have mentioned, that what different you should do this time. So that we'll only able to figure it out when we'll identify that what wrong you have made in the last attempt. So just give yourself some time and a good enough, I'll not say good enough time, I'd say good enough, just be in a very good enough mindset just to figure it out what mistake you have made last year. And that mistake, just be very honest with yourself that is it the you being in the exam and not able to handle the exam well that causes you this not getting that your desired rank, or is it because your concepts are not clear? Once we will have a clarity that you don't know like you don't know how to handle exam, or is your concepts is not good enough, then only we will able to figure out a ways to solve it. So just do it, and if you need any of our help, just feel free to drop a message. We are here to help you out. So then we can just, if you want, we can connect after the call and then just have a discussion just how to approach it. And you are giving yourself a second chance. So let's do it. Let's give it in a very right way. Um, figure out the problem, and then we'll see how to fix it. it's one chat won't be able to help. It will need a introspection from your end and support from our end, and then definitely you will be able to figure it out and you will be able to do it. Don't worry. Coming back to Sharmila, I have a question that she is struggling with biochemistry and patho. How should she approach that?
Yes, biochem is try watching Smiley Ma'am's videos. I'll not say for all the topics, just watch it for amino acids, carbohydrates, and lipids. This is where concepts are very very important, and she'll explain in very simple manner. And once you have a good hold on your concepts for that, then you can just switch to BTR and you will get a very good strike rate for biochemistry, because if you get your like biochem could be a very strong subject in the later run, because it's very easy and the questions are pretty easy. So you just need to put a little effort now, and then you'll be good with it. And Patho to Preeti ma'am is best. You don't even have to do anything in the main videos. You just need to stick to RR first. She's just designed in that way that you will, whatever tough question they'll ask, you will get the answer in the RR only. So just stick to that. Keep on revising it again and again. It is volatile, but you will get it.
Coming back to the last question from Shivam Salakas, will you guys do such session regularly? Yes,
Question
Shivam.
answer sessions will, like, in if you're part of the community, will like will do it monthly once. If I'll get time, I'll do like twice also in a month. That's what I can say.
And yes, see, Shivam, we are just trying to help as much as we can with the limited capacity all the mentors or salakas are going to have after joining residency. So, one, they will definitely help you if you are part of their mentorship, long mentorship thing. Then, and that's a very limited space program, so that the 4 or 5 mentees are getting the full attention.
You can
Coming
be a
back to
part.
part of the community, that's the reason we have come up with this concept of community to help more and more people. So because in that community there will be limited number of people all who are preparing for the exam and they are very focused. So everyone along with the salakars and the you peer can help one another in a very right way, and then you can keep getting answers to your question at the right time. So it will be very closed environment where everybody is preparing for the same exam. We will have a like mentor answering your question, helping you with your timetable, GT analysis, and your peers will also help you to do that because everybody is trying to achieve the same thing. So it will be a very positive space we are trying to keep. Or anytime if you need any help, just drop us a message or a call, drop us a message. We will try to help you
There
out in best
was
of our
one
capacity.
question, like Sharmila, you can enroll in this community, like through the website. You can enroll in this community, and that's how you can connect like on a regular basis. And I guess Henry has one more question.
I know you used marrow, but any word, what is better, RR to see from cerebellum and prep?
RR from prep or RR from cerebellum?
Hmm.
Depends upon the teachers actually, not about prep or cerebellum. So like it depends. If you have any specific subject you want to ask, you can ask. It will be very teachers, like it's about the professor or the teacher who's teaching you, that is actually going to depend. It's going to be prep or cerebellum.
In general, what are the reviews that like students, which one they like more? Medicine from
You can refer to Deepak Marma sir from Prep Ladder.
prep ladder. RR, medicine from RR or main videos?
RR.
RR.
Official website link will get.
Sure, Sarmila, we will just put it into the after this call. We will even put this video recording for others to refer or you to refer for later part. Should we watch all BTR for TND or any specific?
Yeah, you should watch all the 4 TNDs.
All the four, yeah. Yeah, Henry is referring the same thing. Yeah, I mean, what's specific teacher are good to go from these platform, Prep Leader and Cerebellum, which specific teachers are good to go ahead with?
Okay, so for prep, one is Deepak Marwa sir for medicine. You can see PSM Nihat Taneja ma'am if you feel like, or you can even go for Vivek Jan. It's a personal choice. I cannot. I haven't done from either of the two, but I have. But you can see if either of the two, but both are good. You can see for yourself. And it's like biochemistry, Smiley ma'am. You can go for cerebellum one. Then physio, Pooja ma'am, I would suggest you to watch her mission lectures. All those who are struggling in physiology, her mission lectures, you'll get a very good hold of physiology. Do it in English version. And GRG sir, yes, pharma from cerebellum itself. Then patho, you'll have to see it in prep bladder from Preeti ma'am, and same for micro. Then what else?
Kapil have answered Garg sir from Pharma.
Yeah,
Garg
that I've
sir
answered.
Pharma.
That
Yeah.
GRG sir pharma you'll get in cerebellum. Yeah, radio from Zena ma'am. So.
And see, this is what is the mission with which we have even thought of starting the community, because the way you are helping one another here, that's what we want, that the people who are seriously preparing for the exam, this attempt, they should be part of that space. And let's prepare together. If needed, we will even come up with new revision strategies. Together, we will have mind map, which one person will create and the other person will use it. So we'll create an environment where everybody is preparing and doing the very focused preparation, and we can and Salakar can be able to help them out in best of his or her capacity. Score less than 100 correct in GT.
Uh, you need to first of all complete your read. I suppose you haven't completed your first read. And secondly, you are doing very superficial stuff. So you need to go a little bit into details, and so that way you'll able to improve. But likely it's that you haven't even completed your read, and that's where you're getting 100 corrects. You will complete your read, and you'll read it in depth, and you'll remember more. Your score would improve. 20 in notebook last minute revision. I did talk about it earlier, but I'll go for it again. How can I know I'm improving? Your scores will tell you are improving. You will have that confidence while solving the question that you are improving.
Even Mohammed, your MCQ scores will start improving, which you are solving every day. You will start feeling that you are able to make more corrects. So, whichever topic you're studying, that your MCQ score will say that you are improving.
So about choti copy, thing is that either you can do is like for example, you are watching a video and you can just pause that video and you can you also do active recall. Now whatever points you will miss, you can just add that to your choti copy that this needs to be revised. Other way could be like last minute revision, last 10 days. You are now well read, you know your RR notes, you know your BTR, and you also know now what you don't know and what you need to see in the last 10 days. Otherwise, if question comes from that, you're going to get it wrong. Add that to your pages so that you are revised before going to the exam and you're well sorted with it. That's how you can make the pages for the last minute revision or choti copy.
Okay. Last 10 days to read, ma'am. Mohammed, let's focus first on completing the first read and starting, because I whenever we'll start thinking of last days thing, we are going to get a bit anxious, and we will not be very focused on how to improve right now. So our the current focus and the question should be around this thing, that how to improve from here. And in the last 10 days read, I Radhika will tackle this better.
Uh, it's like when you'll reach till that point, when you'll be on your last 10 days, till then you would have revised like minimum 3 times, and then you would know like what is all that you get wrong. Your GTs you would have given, you'll know where you go wrong. Tests you have given, TNDs you have given. So now you will know exactly where you go wrong. So it not be a major problem if you have read till now very very well. You'll know what you do wrong. Otherwise, you have BTI, you have to revise that in your 10 days, and you have to revise your stuff that you get frequently wrong from your notes. Either bookmark them or write them separately. That will be your last 10 days notes. I hope it's clear now.
हेलो हेलो
Okay. Yeah, hi
Yeah.
Harsh.
हेलो मैम हेलो
Hi.
हेलो डॉक्टर राधिका.
Hello.
हाँ मैम, एक्चुअली मेरे को पूछना था कि जैसे मैरो का क्यू बैंक होता है वो टॉपिक वाइज है, तो मस्ट मतलब करने ही करने हैं, ऐसे कौन से मतलब सब्जेक्ट्स के टॉपिक्स हैं मतलब कि करने ही हैं 100%, यही क्वेश्चन है
Mm.
मेरा.
आप सर्जरी और ओबीजी का क्यू बैंक कर सकते हैं, लाइक टॉपिक वाइज, नॉट से एवरी टॉपिक, जो इम्पोर्टेंट टॉपिक्स हैं उन सबके। रेस्ट आई वॉन्ट सजेस्ट इतना ज़्यादा किसी का आपको क्यू बैंक करने की ज़रूरत है। एंड यू कैन डू सॉल्व समथिंग ऑफ पीएसएम एज वेल, बस इसके अलावा बहुत ज़्यादा क्यू बैंक करने की ज़रूरत नहीं है।
एक चीज और पूछनी थी मैम कि जैसे जीटी में क्वेश्चंस आते हैं बहुत ही मतलब हाई फाई आते हैं एकदम, पीवाईक्यू से भी अलग, पीवाईटी से अलग, तो उनको मेंशन करना होता है अपने बीटीआर में या फिर मतलब अलग से नोट्स बनाए उनके
जो
सुपरफिशियल?
क्वेश्चंस 30% से कम लोगों ने सी किए हैं आप उसको इग्नोर कर दो, ठीक है। जो क्वेश्चंस 80% से ऊपर लोगों ने सही किए हैं वो आपका गलत नहीं हो सकता। अब जो उसके बीच वाला क्वेश्चन है 30 से लेके 80 के बीच में, तो वो आपको डिसाइड करना है कि ये पीवाईटी टॉपिक से उन्होंने पूछ रखा है। आपको लगे कि हाँ ये पीवाईटी टॉपिक से पूछ रखा है तो पहले आप उसको बुकमार्क कर लो। यूज द येलो वाला बुकमार्क होता है ना, क्वेश्चन मार्क बुकमार्क, तो आप सेपरेटली यूज कर लो आपके जीटीस और आपके टेस्ट के क्वेश्चन जो आपके गलत होते हैं उसके लिए, ठीक है। तो फिर आप सिर्फ उनको खोल के आप आराम से वो क्वेश्चंस रिवाइज कर सकते हो, दिस इज वन थिंग। सेकेंडली, अगर आपको लगता है बहुत ही, एक बार आप कुछ रीड करते जाते हो ना विद मंथ्स, आपको खुद को एक आइडिया लगने लग जाता है यार ये पोटेंशियल क्वेश्चन तो हो सकता है, कि ये हो सकता है पूछ ले, क्योंकि लास्ट टाइम या पिछले साल या उससे पिछले साल उन्होंने ऐसे पूछा था। तो वो आप अपने नोट्स में ऐड कर सकते हो वो पॉइंट। सब कुछ नहीं ऐड करोगे बिकॉज देन विल बी टू मच।
बिल्कुल मैम, बिल्कुल।
Yes, 8 hours is enough. If you are post intern and you're just sitting at home, you can stretch it to 10 hours as well. But if you're an intern, then 8 hours is good enough.
हेलो मैम।
हेलो। आप
हेलो मैम।
हाँ जी, क्वेश्चन पूछ लो आप अपना।
हाँ मैम, थैंक यू फॉर दिस ग्रेट इनिशिएशन। मैम मेरा एक डाउट था। एक्चुअली मैं पूरा मेन नोट्स पढ़ लिया था 2024 में। मैं 24 में एग्जाम नहीं दिया था एक्चुअली, मेरा तो रूरल में कुछ जॉब था, वो बॉन्ड का जॉब। तो 2025 में मैं दे सकता हूँ एग्जाम। तो मैंने क्या कर लिया था, मुझे पता था जब मैं 24 का एग्जाम नहीं दे पाऊंगा, तो फुल 2024 मैंने 19 सब्जेक्ट का मेन वीडियो कर लिया था पूरा, खुद के हाथ से, लाइक दीपक मोरा आपने जो बोला पूरा मेन नोट्स किया। तो अभी आते आते दिसंबर तक मैं 19 सब्जेक्ट पूरा खत्म कर लिया था लिख के। अभी मैं सब कुछ भूल गया मैम। अभी थोड़ा फॉर्मर है, मैं अभी क्या करूँ, बीटीआर करूँ? बीटीआर में अगर जा रहा हूँ तो मैं मुझे थोड़ा वो गिल्ट फील हो रहा था, लास्ट एक साल मैंने क्या किया। और फिर मेरो रैपिड रिविजन में जा रहा हूँ, तो मुझे ये मतलब देख रहा है यार ये सब कुछ तो नहीं है। मैं तो एक साल से पूरा का 19 सब्जेक्ट का नोट बना, इसका मैं क्या करूँ? सब तो बोल रहे मेन नोट्स मत पढ़ो, मेन नोट्स मत पढ़ो। अभी मैं क्या करूँ? पूरा कंफ्यूज हूँ।
आपने अपने मेन नोट्स हैंड रिटन बनाए हैं, तो एक तो आपको, अगर आप उसको रिवाइज करते हो तो डेफिनेटली आपको विजुअल मेमोरी होगी, क्योंकि जो आपके खुद के हैंड रिटन नोट्स होते हैं उसकी विजुअल मेमोरी बहुत अच्छी होती है, ठीक है। और
ओके
दूसरी चीज, बीटीआर तो करना ही है, ऐसे लगा लो कि एक शॉर्ट कोर्स हो, चाहे बीटीआर हो, चाहे डीबीटी हो, चाहे भाटिया का वन शॉट हो, कुछ भी हो, एक शॉर्ट कोर्स हमको चाहिए। क्यों चाहिए? लास्ट 1 मंथ के लिए, ठीक है, ये मैं आपको बताया। तो बीटीआर तो आप कर लो, कोई प्रॉब्लम नहीं है उसमें, पर जो आपने मेन नोट्स बनाए हैं उसको आप ऐसे छोड़ नहीं सकते हो। अब आप रैपिड रिविजन की वीडियोस देखो और अपने मेन नोट्स को कंसाइज करो उससे। और क्योंकि आप नए हुए हैं, अब आपने अभी लास्ट ईयर किया है ना, आपने सारे कॉन्सेप्ट्स
हाँ,
बना,
पूरा 2010 पूरा एक साल किया।
हाँ, तो आपके सारे कॉन्सेप्ट्स अब बन चुके हैं। जब आप दोबारा
हाँ।
से टीचर को सुनोगे ना थ्रू रैपिड रिवीजन, आपको वो कॉन्सेप्ट्स याद आ जाएंगे। फिर भी कहीं
ओके।
ऐसे लग रहा हो कि नहीं याद आ रहा कुछ, आप मेन वीडियो को रेफर कर लो थोड़े से पार्ट के लिए और उसको देख लो कि ठीक है ये कॉन्सेप्ट कैसा था। बिकॉज अल्टीमेट पॉइंट इज कॉन्सेप्ट होना चाहिए। एग्जाम
ओके।
कॉन्सेप्ट से निकलेगा, कोई एक सोर्स से नहीं निकल रहा, ठीक है। तो आपने नोट्स बनाए हैं, गुड इनफ। रैपिड रिवीजन यूज करो उनको कंसाइज करने के लिए और एक तरह से री रिवाइज करने के लिए, एंड बीटीएस आप ऐड ऑन कर लो, सिंपल।
ओके मैम। और मैम वन लास्ट क्वेश्चन है, मतलब पूरा एक साल पढ़ाई किया तो अभी जीटी का स्कोर टू बी ऑनेस्ट मैम 75 80 85 ऐसा करेक्ट आ रहा है। मतलब सर घूम रहा है मैम, थोड़ा कुछ भी ऐसा लग रहा है मैं
आपने
कहीं
नोट्स
भी
बनाए हैं, आपने उनको याद करा है,
हाँ। नहीं मैम।
तो फिर आपका स्कोर कैसे आए? तो
अच्छा
आपको उनको रिवाइज भी करना है, आपको पीवाईक्यूज भी सब करने हैं, आपको ये भी समझना है कि एग्जाम क्या पूछता है। नो,
ओके
दैट्स वेयर आपने हार्ड वर्क कर लिया है, आपने नोट्स बना लिए हैं, जो मेन बल्क है वो आपका हो गया है। बट अभी एग्जाम में क्या आता है वो आपको डिफरेंशिएट करना है, आपको अपने नोट्स को कंसाइज करना है, उनको री रिवाइज करना है मल्टीपल नंबर ऑफ टाइम्स। एटलीस्ट 3-4 रिविजन्स के बाद यू विल फील कॉन्फिडेंट विद योर नोट्स।
ओके ओके मैम, थैंक यू सो मच मैम।
I think, sorry, we have to end this now. I think we are over 15 minutes. There's just one last question we'll take from Kapil, that is, uh, and from Dr. Rad,
Anatomy,
from,
see, it depends upon how you are in anatomy. If you feel that you are like you have some concepts in anatomy, you can watch Ashwini sir's RR and one shot. That'll be good. If you feel like that you are like completely, your concepts are really really bad for anatomy, then see the main videos, and main videos of Ashwini sir तो बहुत ज़्यादा हो जाती हैं. I get it. तो आप डैम्स की देख सकते हो. So you see, decide how well you are in your anatomy, and then you can proceed.
um, okay, so thank you, Radhika, and thank you all for joining in. We will share this video over there, and you can just feel free to drop if you have any question which is left to be covered now. Radhika will answer you that particular question over the chat. And if you have any question, any help you need, feel free to reach out to us, and then we'll try to help you in best of our capacity. Me, Radhika, everybody want to help you out in this exam or any career projection you have for yourself. So just feel free to reach out. We'll help you out. We have to end this now. Sorry. Chalo. Good night, all. Thank you. Thank you for joining in.
Good night, everyone.
All the very best.